You are now tuned in to the Unemployed Friend Show with John Del Viscio.
Hello and welcome to the Unemployed Friend Show. I'm John, I'm currently unemployed, and this is how I'm choosing to spend my time. We have a good show for you today, great show even. Got a lot of stuff planned, return of some classic segments, as well as going to try introducing some new segments. If they're good, they'll stay. Before we get started, I do need to finally reveal the song from the Name That Tune segment last week. You guys showed tremendous willpower in not looking it up, and now as your reward, I will gift to you Cheap Seats by Like Lions.
For every moment that just passes by, and from the cheap seats find you, I'm not sorry for anything.
I wish I knew more about the band Like Lions. They were just a band from my hometown when I was a kid, and there were like rumors that a different kid I knew, like his older brother, was in the band. But that could have been just classic, schoolyard braggarts. Oh, my cousin, he drives a Jeep without any doors on it, and he lets me drive sometimes. Like that level lie. My brother plays guitar in Like Lions. It's possible, but there's really no way for me to confirm those claims. There's no Wikipedia page. That's how plugged into indie music I am. The bands that I listen to, mysteries. Even to me, the guy who listens to them. I have no idea if the rest of their music is good. I just remember I'm not sorry for anything. That song fucking rocks. If you find more of their music and it's also good, please send it to me, because I that's the only one I know, I swear to God. Okay, moving on. We're gonna start it this week the way we've started it every week, and that is, of course, with a little bit of Monday motivation. So this is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. We aim above the mark to hit the mark. So think of life as an arrow you're shooting. When you're aiming the arrow, you have to aim a little bit above things because of gravity. Isaac Newton, he invented gravity, and because of it, arrows don't go straight forever. They dip a little bit. And just like in life, if you're aiming straight ahead, there's dips and dives and topsy-turvy elements every step of the way. Basically, what Ralph Waldo Emerson is trying to say here is be overly ambitious. So for me, I want to be Jimmy Fallon. I'm going from desk in living room to desk in New York City with the Roots. Questlove. You want to shoot for the stars, because even if you miss, you land on the sun, which is, of course, my own podcast on the Big Money Players Network. If you're listening, sign me to an exclusive deal. I will be so good for you. All right, moving on. Ralph Waldo Emerson, an inspiration to us all. This next segment is something new. I've lived in Los Angeles for about 2 years now, and one thing that I've noticed, there is an abundance of vanity plates. I want to show off some of my favorite vanity plates in Los Angeles, and then decide whether or not the person driving that car is cool or sucks. Fun game, license plate game. Are you cool? Are you a lame-o? Let's find out. Okay, this first person is a Tesla that he has adorned with a wizard shooting lightning bolts from his staff as well as his hands, and he is riding a cloud. So if he's in the rearview mirror, it looks like this wizard is just flying up on you. And you go, who the fuck is this guy? Read the license plate, buddy. That's the Blue Whiz. As if the hood mural didn't give it away. Now you can put a name to the face. This isn't just any whiz. This is the Blue Whiz, owner of a Tesla, lives around the corner from the New Beverly Theater. Unless he was also there to watch Easy A, like I was. Midnight Show. No, this was a daytime picture. This must have been something else. I wonder where he got this idea from. When I see artists, when I see a great work of art, oftentimes my first thought is, how the heck did they have that idea? Because there's nothing like this in film or literature. I've never seen a Blue Whiz. I've seen Gandalf the Grey, I've seen Gandalf the White, I've seen Harry Potter. None of those wizards are the Blue Whiz. I think that this is a firm cool. Talk about plus 10 million bajillion aura. This next car, we have a Toyota Tacoma pickup truck, and the license plate reads, I heart your mom. My first instinct on that is douchebag. Weenie so small that he pee on his balls. I didn't know people were still doing like, your mom. I thought that ended long ago. I'm really conflicted on this one, because everything in my bones says that this guy sucks. But I think this car's bumper is being held on with a single bungee cord. Dude, I think this guy might be cool. He has a I don't give a fuck attitude. The Deftones decal is kind of worn. The car has a single bungee cord hooking it up. And he's spreading love the Brooklyn way. So, despite every bone in my body saying boo, intellectually, I can't get past that this guy is the man. Final verdict, he's cool. All right, moving on. This next segment is something of a fan favorite. It's Side Hustle Spotlight. You know it. You love it. Once again, I will be spotlighting my anonymous street art Instagram account called Kipple100. Last week, I did a lot of promotion for the flea market, which I would love to tell you all about, because within the universe of the show, that was yesterday. But within the universe of reality, it's not for like 3 more days. So next episode, I'll tell you how it went. Hopefully good. Hopefully you guys come out and spend some money, because I need it. Whole premise of the show, I kind of fucking need the money. This first one is very funny to me, but people didn't like it. It did not do numbers at all. But I speak with my chest, and I draw with my arm, and I stand on business. So this one is a reference to the classic Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes pissing on stuff meme that you used to see on the back of cars. In the 90s, 2000s, it was common practice for you to be driving in your car and you would see in front of you a tough guy badass who has Calvin pissing on a thing that he doesn't like. If the owner of the car drives a fucking Ford, you better believe Calvin's pissing on a Toyota logo. That was the idea of it. You pee on things you don't like. Too easy, right? Instead, I go, why does he have to pee on something? Why can't he be peeing into something? So my mind races, what's a funny place for Calvin to pee? And I zip up my pants and I realize, oh my God, he should pee into the sink like me. Just a couple of sink pissers. And I thought the fellas would see this and they would feel represented for the first time in their life. They go, oh my God, my secret shame. I'm not the only one who pisses in the sink every once in a while. Usually when I'm fucked up, because it's at perfect dick height and you can just rest your dick on the ledge, piss right into it. You don't even have to touch it. You can keep scrolling your phone. Bowl's really wide. There's no shot you miss it. I thought everybody would be celebrating me for being so brave as to draw attention to this. But no, it only got like 5 likes, which is humiliating because I really put myself out on a limb here. Everybody now knows that this is something I'm at least aware of. Okay, moving on. This next one is, at first glance, you go, John, with the guns again, what is it with your fascination with violence? Why you gotta be so violent in so much of your imagery? Because it's so much fun, Jan. No, it's because I think it's funny, depending on who's holding them. Bad guy with a gun, not so funny. Medium guy with a gun, like Yosemite Sam, just wants to pop it into the air. Hilarious every time. I've had one pressed against my head. I'm allowed to say that. But okay, so moving back to the sticker, we have Brian Silva from Vine. You remember him? He's got one gun in his hand, and he's also wearing another gun like a purse, like a lady would. And he's aiming it into the foreground, kind of Tommy Pickle style from, remember the first episode? And you would expect it to say, gratata. But what it actually says is, gratitude, because he's thankful. Kind of beautiful idea there, right? Love your life. Okay, this one's also pretty nice. So what we have here is an old man, and he's riding a bull. No hands, woo, roller coastering it. The bull has a look of rage in his eyes. He's trying his best. He wants to buck this old man. How would you feel if you were just walking around and then somebody demanded a piggyback? You don't know them. They're an old man. You'd buck them like crazy. So we have an old man, no hands, riding a bull. If you read the expression on his face, it's that of been there, done that. Beneath him, we see the text, this ain't my last rodeo. You've heard of the expression, this ain't my first rodeo. That makes you experienced, right? You've been here before. You have the experience to draw upon. This is how a rodeo's supposed to go. I can recognize that because it's not my first one. Have you ever heard anybody say, this ain't my last rodeo? They're gonna see another tomorrow. No matter how hard today is, no matter how badly the bull in your life wants to buck you, I'll be back because this ain't my last rodeo. So when that one got 8 likes, I wanted to 8 likes. Can you guys go blow this one up? It's fucking good. You got an audience around there. They're in the background. They're surrounding this man. A bunch of young whippersnappers. They're check out the geezer. He's about to be broken. That man's the china shop and the bull is the bull. But they see a man who is unfazed. He knows this ain't his last rodeo. Let's pick just one more. So we have a lizard. He's wearing a Kobe Bryant full Lakers kit. Got one hand on his hip, but his other arm, perfect basketball form. Actually, kind of sassy with it. And he's throwing a bottle, which you can't totally make out what it is, but I'm here to tell you right now, It's a bottle of Sobe. This is my way of expressing we want Sobe back, right? Sobe. Imagine you go to the bar and you go, "Could I have a Vlad and Sobe, please?" Coming right up. Doesn't that just hit the spot? Delicious. We're not gonna do t-shirt time this week because, like I mentioned earlier, the flea market is yesterday in the world of the show, but it is in 3 days from the world of now. So I don't know what things I still have left to sell. Hopefully nothing. But no worries, we have a new segment which is called Blunt Talk. I'm going to get stoned to the bone and shoot straight with the audience. Can't see the responses on my computer. I guess I do have to get my iPad.
Oh, my iPad's so sticky.
Do you guys know the redhead girl from Boy Meets World does porn now?
Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah, maybe. I'll look through these and we could figure out what I'm to get blunted on. First one I see here, why did Disney Plus merge with Hulu? It makes the content harder to find and Hulu pointless. I'm glad you asked. As a Hollywood insider, I actually have a great deal of insight, and it's actually part one of a 2-part plan to roll out a more adult version of Disney Plus called Disney
18 plus.
On Disney
18 plus.
you will finally have access to all of your favorite Simpsons and or Family Guy porn. The Simpsons itself is kind of an appetizer for Simpsons porn. You watch it, you get a little worked up, you go, holy mackerel. Homer Simpson has an enemy this week named Frank Grimes. I wonder if Frank Grimes is gonna get back at Homer by absolutely Marge. So the reason Hulu and Disney have merged is just to kind of get you acclimated to more adult content being on the Disney Plus platform. And ultimately the final stage is going to be a section compiled entirely of high quality Simpsons porn. So Alec Herr, thank you so much for asking that. Willie G sends just Fiji water. My thoughts on Fiji water is that it's good. Politically, it's probably bad, but I will say, that shit is crisp. And I like looking through the bottle and seeing the backdrop. It reminds me of soap when I was a kid. Remember? You would look through the bottle of soap and there would be like a jungle where there would be like dolphins or something. Fiji's capitalizing on that in a way that I think other brands should. My only critique on Fiji is I think if you're gonna make fancy water, it should come in a fancy bottle. Voss has the right idea. I don't even feel like I can touch Voss because of that glass. I'm like, I can't afford this. They go, that guy needs to be drinking some Nestle product, some highly purified tap Volta. Fiji water, good as hell. Big fan. I'm sure someone eventually will cancel me for liking that water because I'm unaware of their bad politics. This next one comes from my friend Kayla. She says, Dallas Cowboys cheerleader pay with 6 exclamation points. I don't know anything about cheerleader pay scales at all. So let's do a little bit of research here. Get the fuck out of here. They make $15 to $20 an hour. It is fun to imagine that this is what Bernie was fighting so hard for. We need the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders to be getting up to $15 to $20 an hour. I think they should be making double that, at least. Is there a cheerleaders union? Because I would start that. They probably need a big, strong boy to go in front of the owners and be like, man to man, this is fucked, bro. These chicks deserve at least twice what they're getting. Ladies, let's chat. If you're a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader and you want change, hit my line. This next segment is something that I thought of like a minute ago. It's gonna be called Man to Man-Made. I'm gonna chit chat with AI. Really what I'm gonna do is offer it the opportunity to ask me a question. Thank you for the thoughtful gesture. I am genuinely curious about how people perceive the balance between work and personal life. How do you manage to strike a balance between pursuing your creative projects, maintaining personal relationships, and taking care of your mental and physical well-being? To be completely honest, ChatGPT, I have absolutely no balance between my work and personal life. My personal life is right now my work. This is a really hard question. I hope I'm not being fucking masturbatory in even answering it.
Is there any more of that?
Yeah. What do you think? Was I too masturbatory?
I thought you were asking if it's too masturbatory when it's a solo pod. Was I talking about myself too much? Like,
I really thought talking to the robot would be fun. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Thank you for watching the Unemployed Friend Show. Please like and subscribe down below.